All right, let's talk about the Wisconsin Supreme Court race. So, just in last night, we have confirmed that Susan Crawford has won the Democrat, and she was facing it against Brad Schimel. Now, these are the final, all but final, 98.1% of the votes have been counted. Susan Crawford got 1.2 million, almost 1.3, which was 55% of the vote. And Brad Schimel got 1,050,000 votes, which was about 45%. So I'm not sure what the polls were like right before that. The one poll I seen, they were like neck and neck. So this is pretty crazy. Like that, Susan got the win by 10 percentage points. That's crazy. But like I said, I don't know what the average of polls was. All I know is the one that I saw like 2 days ago that had them neck and neck. So let's watch the concession from Brad Schimel. Now, huge respect to this. I can't believe like I have to shout this out as respect in today's political climate, but this is his concession. And you're going to see in the video, there are people who boo at the concept of him conceding and not challenging or screaming it was rigged. And to his credit, Brad Schimel took this very classy. Very classy is the best way I could put it. So, since this is a rare thing to see in America now, I figured I would call it out and give props to it. I wish I didn't have to highlight this.
And yeah, I've called Judge Crawford and conceded. No. You got to accept the results. Just don't. Yeah, right. I'm not up here making any joke. This is the numbers aren't gonna turn around. They're too bad, and we're not gonna pull this off.
So yeah, huge shout out for especially for how much he seemed to be pumped up by Elon Musk and Donald Trump, two very hard election deniers and just that kind of person. In the video, you heard someone like I think was screaming cheater, and he's like, "We're not doing that. Like, let's not do that." So, shout out, respect, much class. I wish that was the norm, and I didn't have to shout it out. Anyways, let's read the article here from NPR, just kind of going over the race and what this means for the future of Wisconsin and the nation in general. So, County Judge Susan Crawford has won the election to the Wisconsin Supreme Court, according to a race call by the Associated Press. Crawford defeated Brad Schimel, who received financial support from Elon Musk and an endorsement from President Donald Trump. Her victory means that the nonpartisan court's 4-3 liberal majority will remain in place. The race was projected to be the most expensive state Supreme Court election ever by the Brennan Center for Justice, a think tank and democracy advocacy group. Spending by the candidates and their supporters repeatedly topped $100 million. Man, can we just take a step back and just realize how disgusting that is from both sides? Like, this is crazy. This was for a judicial race. Like, it's a lot of money, and sad to see, honestly. Like, I'm glad that the Democrat won for obvious reasons that we will get into in this article, but like, both sides, like, this is just we as Americans just need to do better, and this is so over, like, I just can't. The money fueled a bruising election cycle that's in part because of the national stakes in the race, which was seen as a measure of voter sentiment and an early indication of how one swing state could respond to the involvement of Trump-aligned figures. Shortly after 9:30 p.m. local time, Crawford addressed cheering supporters and said Schimel had called her to concede the race. She referenced the money Musk had given in support of her opponent. As a little girl growing up in Chippewa Falls, not sure if I know that right. Never heard of the place. I'm sure it's beautiful, very beautiful. We love Chippewa Falls, folks. I never could have imagined that I'd be taking on the richest man in the world for justice in Wisconsin, and we won, Crawford said, vowing to be fair, impartial, and common sense justice. Schimel told his supporters he had conceded when some in the crowd yelled no, or said the Democrats had cheated. He answered, no, 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 you got to accept the results, which we watched. He played bass in the classic rock band before and after his concession. This dude's in a rock band? Wait, he played bass in his classic. All right. All right, Schimel. I see you. That's pretty neat. But again, class for telling those election deniers to go screw themselves, because it's crazy. Before Donald Trump started all this normalized election denialism, if this would have happened in like 2015, 2014, even 2017, 2018, you'd look at them and be like, you're insane. Like, what are you talking about? Like, calling like election denialism was such a foreign concept. And now, like, it's just normalized by way, 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 way too much of the country. And you hate to see it. Abortion, unions, and maybe redistricting could be decided by the court. Among the issues before the court is abortion and whether a pre-Civil War ban supersedes state law currently, allowing abortion in Wisconsin up to about 20 weeks of pregnancy. Another case covers a landmark 2011 law that banned most Wisconsin public employees from collective bargaining. So two super important issues on why, pragmatically, no matter where you fall politically, like, this is common sense stuff. Collective bargaining, workers' rights, that's very important. And obviously that was not going to happen under Schimel. And he would have definitely ended collective bargaining, or just kept it banned. He would have ruled unfavorably in abortion. Just like, abortion is so, like, the abortion laws and the obsession with Republicans and being in someone's doctor's office telling them what they can and can't do with their body is just so dumb. So dumb. Among the issues, or wait, I already read that. Musk injected himself into the race, saying the court could end up redrawing voting districts in a way that might cost Republicans their majority in the U.S. House of Representatives. He and groups aligned with him gave some $20 million to support Schimel, a conservative. He also offered $100 to people who signed a petition against activist judges at a rally on Sunday. He gave out $1 million each to two attendees. Yeah, so despite buying votes, it didn't work. So that's just a huge blow to, this is overall a huge blow to Musk and Trump. and I checked both their social medias. As of least, like, right now, they're kind of just shutting up about it, cheering on their obvious wins in Florida, even though they were kind of closer than you would think considering the districts. And also they celebrated the win of voter ID being passed in Wisconsin. But about this race, which was super important, they're just I mean, I guess I'd rather them shut up about it than come out and try to deny it, which I was expecting. I was expecting Trump and Elon to scream some form of cheating or something. The day's still early. We have lots of time. By the time I upload this, they might be all over it. Who knows? Crawford has worked on reproductive rights and voting rights as a private attorney. Born and raised in northwestern Wisconsin, Crawford shaped her early career alongside former Wisconsin Democratic Governor Jim Doyle, first as his assistant attorney general and later as his general counsel. She later worked as a private attorney on cases representing Planned Parenthood, unions, and challenging Wisconsin's voter ID law. She was elected as a circuit court judge in Dane County, home to the capital city of Madison, in 2018. Schimel, a Waukesha County judge, is a former Republican state attorney general who has backed the voter ID law and said the old abortion law was valid, but the issue should be subject to the will of the people. Crawford and her backers sought to paint Schimel as an extension of the Trump White House and herself as a more measured jurist with a stronger record on women's issues. Crawford was supported by the Wisconsin Democratic Party, which contributed at least $10 million to her race. National megadonors like Illinois' Governor J.B. Pritzker, George Soros, and the Schusterman family also contributed to the party. She was also endorsed by former President Barack Obama, several labor unions, Planned Parenthood, and Emily's List, a Washington, D.C.-based group that supports abortion rights candidates. Schimel received huge sums from conservative backers, including owners of the Uline Packaging Company, Richard and Elizabeth. Don't know how to say it. Sorry. These rich people need to get better last names. And their Fair Courts America PAC. Schimel also received at least $9 million from the Wisconsin GOP. Neither Schimel nor Crawford would commit to recusing from hearing cases involving the state parties or other prominent donors. Both sought to portray the other as uniquely beholden to their donors, even as state law offers judges wide latitude when it comes to deciding how and when to recuse. Crawford is to be sworn in on August 1st to serve a term of 10 years. So there you have it. Biggest state Supreme Court election probably ever. I mean, especially when you talk about just pure big money that was poured into it on both sides. And yeah, both candidates have a lot of conflict of interest. And that's just how our country is, and I hate it. We need to get money out of politics, get rid of Citizens United, and we just need to end this. I am overall glad that Crawford won, just on the basis of protecting abortion rights, challenging voter ID laws, which, let me be clear, for voter ID, I would be 100% on board if we had systems like European countries that you automatically get registered to vote. Getting proof of citizenship is super easy. It's free. It's very accessible, unlike here. And until that problem is addressed, it's voter ID is nothing more but suppression, and you won't change my mind, especially when you look at the actual fraud statistic fraud. There have been tons of studies on our elections, especially after 2020. And the fraud numbers were like 0.000275%. So if it ain't fixed, don't broke it. Don't broke it and don't break it. What am I saying? I've been rambling too long. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next one. If you made it to this point in the video, I just want to give a special thank you. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button down below. And if you really enjoyed it, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button while you're down there. I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I will try to reply to any and all comments that I can. Until next time, watch that video on screen.